Good evening.
Hi, thank you. Ramana Maharshi said that life was predestined. Our lives were predestined.
Ah, the old predestined free will, no free will thing, huh?
And that we come to this point with from karmic disposition from our past. And
Yeah.
so I have a question about that.
Have you noticed?
Well, the karmic part I have.
Yeah. Take
The
all
predestined part I haven't.
Keep all just take all the conditioning out of you. What's left? Okay, to make this simpler, let us get rid of the term predestined. It's just a manner of speaking, okay? Pre doesn't mean before. It doesn't mean it's all been written out in some little book and you're just horrendously playing out something, a play that God wrote, at the beginning of time.
But it would be easier if it were so.
Yeah, but it's
like you just stop.
Yeah, it's even better than that, though.
Ah.
Pre doesn't have anything to do with time. It doesn't have anything that you're just acting out the script that was written long ago, right? It means that everything in form, like this body here in front of me, and this one in front of you, everything in form, everything is conditioned. Right? So, in other words, even on a molecular level, if all of your conditioning left your body, your heart would stop, you'd stop breathing, and you'd positively die. Right? Because you're conditioned. Much less your psychological and emotional and all of that. It's conditioned. It's everything in form is conditioned. All of it. And because it's conditioned, it's totally interrelated conditioning. That's what's being talked about when Ramana says it's predestined. It's like it's all interrelated conditioning. You, as an ego, as an apparent being, you don't get the good fortune of actually being totally unconditioned. You see, which would get you total freedom from the conditioning. It's a completely ridiculous idea that society is totally based on.
I understand those things you're saying, but I don't understand what you mean. But what's the difference between what you're saying and what he was saying?
There's no before. There's no pre. It's just everything is conditioned. It's the same thing. We're not saying two different things. It's just not, there's no pre to it.
But he's saying, like, if you were meant to work, for example,
yes,
then no matter how hard you try not to work, there will always be work and you'll always be engaged in work.
Exactly.
And if you're not meant to work,
yes, you won't.
No matter
work.
how hard you search for work, you won't work.
Exactly.
Oh, because of a karmic conditioning?
Yes.
Ah.
Because there's only conditioning in form. It's all conditioned.
And when you wake up, does your karmic conditioning dissipate? Or
no, only the karmic conditioning that has to do with ignorance, misunderstanding, misperception, disappears.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
If it's a real awakening. Which is, that's what causes suffering. That's what causes the misperception of division, right? That disappears. There is a karmic, what Ramana called the karmic destiny of the body-mind, even after awakening, that it just is going to go through what its destiny is to go through. And that's what it's going to do. The difference is that now you realize that you are that which is unconditioned.
in this body that's going through its karmic conditioned...
Yes. Not only in this body that's going through its, let's say, karmic destiny, but also you are that in which this body goes, in which the whole cosmos exists. Everything actually exists within you. Not within you as an ego, but within you as consciousness. Everything exists within you. And you also, because everything exists within you, you also get the pleasure of it appearing as if you also exist in a body, simultaneously, both of them.
Do non-humans have a similar journey?
Everything has the same journey.
Everything.
Yeah, it's all the same journey going nowhere. You see, because the truth of you is
Forgot for a
is
second.
is the unconditioned, right?
Yeah.
Is or in Ramana's language would be everything is there's only the self. Only the self is.
Right.
There's only the self.
But as humans, it's easier to see our, karmic destiny unfolding, even if we are able to wake up.
Oh, sure.
But
yeah.
would
It's a
animals
hoot.
do the same thing? Like, I think Ramana also believed that Lakshmi, the cow,
Yeah.
was awakened.
Of course. He didn't believe, he knew.
Right.
But remember, Lakshmi the cow wasn't what was awake any more than
Right.
Adyashanti is what's awake.
It's the self that's awake into itself in
That's
the
right.
form of Lakshmi.
Right, right.
Adya.
Only the self is awake. Only the self is awake. Yeah, through the form of the cow, through the form of Adya, through the form of a chair, through the form of...
A microphone.
Do you see what I mean? It's just the
Yes.
mind that separates, doesn't it?
Right, yeah.
And now how the hell does a cow become enlightened,
That's not difficult.
Look at it from the cow's point of view. How the hell does a human ever become enlightened? They're so screwed up. Right? But it's the light of consciousness that does, you see? And it's the same light whether it functions in a cow or a human being.
And an animal and a thing would also have their karmic destiny to their body and
Of
being
course.
to move through. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
It just
Okay.
goes through.
It's just a stream.
Yeah. Yeah, the beauty of it is then you no longer find self in it. It doesn't define you what it goes through. It's your sense of self is no longer
You find self, but not
Finite.
personality.
right,
Yeah.
self, universal self.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. But the personality isn't yourself. It's like
Or the animal's personality
right.
either.
Right. It's just the costume.
Yeah.
Life is like a Halloween party, Everyone's putting on a costume, pretending to be something that they're not.
We're all each other.
That's
looking
right.
at each other.
We are all absolutely, unavoidably each other, the same.
Then why am I so nervous? Why do I get so
don't know.
nervous? I
Oh,
hate
it's a
that
human
part.
thing.
It is. It's just
Remember,
a
it's destiny.
physiological- Yeah, okay. Remember what?
It's destiny.
It's destiny.
Yes, right. You see?